What is my ultimate lightweight travel shipping podcast setup? Okay, I had fun with this one, and this, of course, assumes that I trust the person that I'm sending it to, because this is an expensive setup. First, let's just assume I need to send a computer, a MacBook. I have a 12-inch MacBook. It has all the software on it. It has, Audio Hijack. It has Logic. It has Final Cut. I can do all the editing on there. It's not a super powerful computer, but it doesn't need to be, because podcasting is not processor intensive. It is quite lightweight in terms of the computer it requires. Now, I know that's not something you're asking about, but I'm including that just for the sake of it. Then we have interface. If I had the MacBook Air, I would probably take the Universal Audio Aero, because I am stuck in the Universal Audio ecosystem. But being that I don't have the Aero, I don't have a Thunderbolt 3 port, or being that I don't have the MacBook Air, rather, I don't have a lightweight computer that has a Thunderbolt 3 port, so I can't use the Aero. So I am sticking with, actually, what alternatives do I have? Heck, just because it's so lightweight and tiny, I'm sticking with this. It's the Centrance MicPort Pro 2, tiny little travel interface, mobile recording studio thing, single XLR input. I'm just a solo podcaster, so that is more than sufficient. It has a high-pass filter, high-Z input, gain, mixer between USB and line input or the XLR input, headphone monitor volume, and here is the big selling point of this, analog limiter. And that's why I would pick this. Tiny, powerful. One downside, it does require a battery to function. It has an internal battery, a rechargeable battery, but there are two separate ports, one for data, one for battery, and you need to charge it up before you use it. So that's kind of a downside, but given the size, that would probably be it until I get a MacBook Air that has Thunderbolt 3 on it, because then I can still use my Universal Audio plugins, and that's my bread and butter. Then, I guess microphone stand. Yeah, I'll just say the Amoon MS-12 because I have it. It's light. I've traveled with it a number of times with great success, so I'm sticking with that. That's what I'm sticking with. Then we have the cable. Let's pretend that this is not a 10-foot Amazon Basics cable that was in arm's reach. So let's pretend that's not what this is. And let's pretend that it's a 6-foot Mogami XLR to XLR cable, Mogami Gold. That's what I would use. Or I would use the SoundSpeed Special if I had a 6-footer, which I don't. That's what I would pick. And then the microphone. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. This was a fun one. Okay, what have I selected in the past for travel microphones? I have taken the RE20 before. I have taken the Shure MV71 or something. No, I haven't. I haven't taken that one. I took some kind of Samson mic on travel before. I have taken the Q2U on travel before and didn't use it because I was so busy with work. I have taken the Beyerdynamic M201TG on travel before with great success there as well. So what would I pick today for a travel microphone? I was thinking through this and I was thinking M201TG still? Nah, too predictable. Then I was thinking, shotgun microphone, maybe that Rode NTG5 USB thing. A USB shotgun microphone, eliminate the interface completely. Nah, no thanks. Then I thought, what about a small diaphragm condenser? Maybe the SE Electronics SE8. How about them apples? Maybe the Neumann KM185. Nah. What I landed on is still pretty predictable. I think it's in my favorite XLR microphones article still. It's also a Neumann. It's a Neumann KMS105, a supercardioid or hypercardioid condenser handheld vocal microphone. And as far as travel, I think this thing works wonderfully. It's quite good at background noise rejection, not going to be the best, but it still functions quite well there, and for an untreated space, it's going to do well. Relatively well, I should say. And the sound quality of it is incredible. Quite expensive, $700 for a handheld condenser microphone, but like I said, I'm assuming the person that I'm shipping it to is trustworthy, or I'm going someplace that I don't have to worry about being robbed, and that's what I would go with. Pretty solid setup, I would say, so if I could say so myself. Now, normally I would include a recording here, but this entrance isn't charged up, so that's the downside. That's why I know this big downside. You need to charge up the battery before using it. Okay. Hopefully that was helpful, Clay. I appreciate you very much. And everybody in the comments on YouTube should let me know what your travel podcasting setup would be. Microphone, interface, cable, stand. That's what you need to pick. You can add in accessories if you want. Stand, microphone, interface, cable.